What's going on, everybody? Joined here by my good pal, my friend, my business partner, Jeff Lohse. Yeah, so I
Right,
saw the news today. The RFT it was bought. They didn't say it was necessarily like going to be the end, right? It was bought by somebody and the staff was all fired, is what I saw.
right. Yeah, that's all I saw too. I didn't really read much into it. I was
Yeah,
just wondering who's going to hate Gary Pearson now that they're not around anymore.
there. This is St. Louis, so we'll find a way.
Somebody will do it, right? Somebody will pick up that slack.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing about this is like how a lot of these people would get along if they knew each other in any other circumstance in life.
Right.
Like like especially 2012 through we'll say 18, like Gary was like when I was doing the bulk of like touring and stuff, he was amazing for just like sending placements or looking over contracts and never charged me a dime. So
hmm
uh
And same can be said for the RFT from 2012 to like 2018, that time frame where,
yeah.
and even before that, when I mean that was the thing you picked up every week to see what was going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, it's like it's a bummer about a lot of print media. I mean, I remember just as a kid, like a core memory getting the yellow Post Dispatch, you know, the rain delivered the rain cover or whatever. So,
hmm
I
And
believe
now who's going to step up to fill the void? I say
yeah,
Shane Presley, Rock Paper Podcast, best
Shane
podcast in St.
Presley.
Louis.
Yeah, Shane, shout out, buddy. Saw your news on
hmm
Facebook the other day. We're thinking about you, wishing everything goes well.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll interview him and he could just like pop up in this segment. Yeah, this week. So Thursday, the day you're watching this, Taylor Honeycutt at the Golden Record. The sh- she's got a new album called The Alabama Sound, and I was listening to it today, um, in preparation for the show tomorrow, and I think that it's she's unbelievable. I think she's going to be huge. Like it's really,
Yes.
really, really
It's
strong.
very El Kingish
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah,
It's like El Kingish with like some older Miranda Lambert type
yeah.
stuff is what
I
it
think
reminds me of.
that's yeah. I mean, I think that sounds good from what I've heard. That's good. Yeah, because she's kind of got that kind of raspy, strong, just super strong, but also supple voice. And the songs are cool, and the band is is really great. And the press photos they look badass. So I think all around it's going to be a cool show. I know Craig Tony's really excited about that one. He's been talking about it on the Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which if you guys listening, yeah, follow us on Twitter. It's cool. Open Highway Fest. Um, and then Friday, it's kind of an interesting one. So there's an artist who's going to be there Friday at the Golden Record, Bones Owens, and he normally plays like in a full band configuration. He's doing an acoustic show, solo acoustic. Um, yeah, and both of these shows have really great local support with Tim Lloyd from Western States on with Taylor Honeycutt and then Nick Gussman's solo for Bones Owens. So get those tickets now at openhighwaypresents.com or the Golden Record Live. Um, yeah, Jeff, we got a bunch. Like I was looking through today, there's like 15 that we have confirmed that we haven't announced yet. So that's cool. Um, yeah, just trying to do more and more cool artists, cool shows at venues that you love. So if there's any artists that you think we need to be hip to, let us know. I mean, we're plugged in as much as we can be, but it's like John R. Miller, Steven Wilson Jr., guys like that, people turn me on to them. Well, speaking of that, last Friday, last Friday we were at the Whiskey Ring for a fun outdoor show with Parker Ryan as part of the Music for a Cause initiative for the St. Louis Arts Organization, which we are thrilled to be a part of working with. And so beautiful night. Cherokee was bumping. Had a nice dinner, Jeff, which you bought the tacos, so that appreciate that again. Thank you very much.
By the way, Cheap Eats, Cherokee Street. If you like Mexican food,
Oh
You
my
can't go
God.
wrong anywhere down there.
Yeah. We should take a second to talk about El Bronco. That's the go-to.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, I go there every time. I don't try anything new. I mean, I have had those other spots as well, but it's my go-to every time. A Bronco.
It's delicious.
It was really good. And then Parker Ryan and his band, they're from Texas. This was their first time playing here as a headliner. They got a cool little core audience. Man, the Whiskey Ring, that outdoor setup is a sweet place to see a show this summer. If you folks haven't been there, you should get hip to it because we're doing kind of like a local series there throughout the summer. So
Mhm.
it's a cool spot.
And John Jordan has some good ideas for that place too, for a
Yeah,
little outside area. So that's coming up in, I don't know, hopefully next couple months. So,
yeah. A couple of things in the works there that he's working on and speaking of the independent creators and independent businesses like with regard to St. Louis and the arts, John Jern is one of those people. Owns the Golden Record, owns Whiskey Ring. Known him for forever, so it's cool to be working with him on some shows. And yeah, it was just a good vibe down there. I had a really nice night for what it was.
mhm.
A little dinner
And I
with.
was coming from the other great event downtown, the City Social.
Yeah, how was that?
It was a good time. It was a lot of people. It was good to see people come out downtown
Yeah,
finally for something.
yeah, and there was the announcement last week that they're starting to do live music again at the Muni, which is cool.
Hmm.
Speaking of downtown and in St. Louis, we've had a few people bring up, why don't you do open highway in the city? And the answer has always been like, well, there's not really a spot like an outdoor amphitheater. So, and it's expensive to build everything, right?
Hmm.
When you got to build toilets and stuff and infrastructure,
Right. It's
paid the
stages
price.
and barricade and everything else that's involved.
Just
It's
comma. But
it's not
yeah,
cheap.
the aerial photos that I saw from the it was the concert portion down on Washington looked really good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean it was a good visual. It looked like people were having a good time and hopefully they can, keep building on that success because we're not the type of folks that like we're rooting for we're rooting for other people to do well too.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, in this market, a rising tide, I mean, it helps everybody. So if people are coming into the city to see more shows, I think that's great. And if we could get some city people to come out to some shows that we're going to do, like it Four Hands outdoors this summer, even better. So,
Hmm.
or not even better, just also great. So wherever you want to go, just go out and see a show, man. It's cool. But the Washington Street, what was the name of that?
City Social.
City Social? Was that the first year?
I'm not sure. I think they did it last year too.
Okay. And you saw there was some like St. Louis leadership and stuff were down there just meeting with folks
Hmm.
and shaking the hands and kissing the babies. Um like at the Cinco de Mayo thing, did I tell you the thing where Wesley Bell and his team came by and they're like, can congressman or whatever they said get on stage and speak? I'm like, no, I don't know. No,
We
we got a
don't
tight
have time
schedule.
for
I
that.
don't like I mean, I don't like that's above my pay grade, bro. But yeah, hey, whatever. They were nice enough, but yeah, that couldn't happen that day, just for a lot of reasons. But that was another fun event down in the city,
Hmm.
the old city.
Yeah, it's
The
a bummer that it rained.
Yeah, I lost one band, lost one artist, Brock Seals. Sorry, brother. We'll get at you.
Got to make that up.
We'll
Yeah.
get at you again with a cool show. Um, cool.
Mhm.
What else do you
And
think?
then what local bands are we missing? It's
I,
that's who are kind of the up and comings that you see out there that we can start putting in opening slots for some of these touring
yeah,
acts that are coming in.
it's funny that you mentioned that because today. I've been seeing a lot coming out of two bands here lately in this kind of area, and it's the band Boxcar and the band Surtsey. And I don't know them. I've heard one song each, but I know the Boxcar band, they're putting their record out this Friday and they're working it really hard. And I just sent them a little message that said, like, man, like you guys are doing a good job with promotion this week. Like just I love when bands are working their project and they believe in it and they're going about it in a professional business like way, because you can be wild and be creative, but you have to have your shit on point on the business side to make it
Hmm.
successful. So that's cool. And then Certsy, I don't know a whole lot about them other than there was a chronicle a little story about them today in the RFT. I think it was the last one that our buddy Steve wrote, which is a drag for him. But I'm just seeing them a lot. I'm seeing a lot of people whose opinions I respect, just saying how cool they are. So the song I heard was cool, and yeah, would like to work with those. Those are two that I'm seeing. And then I was turned on to Aubrey Bug from you.
Hmm.
As you tend to do, you tend to just turn me on to all the bands that I end up becoming buddies with and liking their music, like Matt Jordan.
Hmm.
I talked to him today
Another good one.
briefly. Yeah,
Did you?
I was just seeing what he had going for the rest of summer if he was going to look at some more dates, and he said he might look at some if it was the right fit. But yeah, there's a really good uh crew of bands here in St. Louis, and it's cool to see the younger bands coming up too. So and the
Hmm.
hard work. I
Last
like
week,
work.
yeah, last week I saw Marquise Knox.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were telling me about that.
He is a beast.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The blues genre. I mean, I don't know who's doing it any better than he is right now.
Yeah, and he had that cool blue spot. I'd see him on all the commercials, uh
Hmm.
segment, the bumpers or whatever. Yeah, that's cool. I don't
Hmm.
I've never seen him live, but I've obviously have heard about him. He seems like a cool guy.
Hmm.
Um, was he doing like a headlining slot there or what
Oh no, there's some DJs and stuff after him. There was like 6 or 7 bands
was it?
on the thing. Yeah, Johanna Sarenko was playing. Who else was out there? Dirty Mugs played.
Cool.
DJ Moff started it off. So yeah, there was a lot of DJs. A couple of Alonzo's DJs.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, going back, that was a cool visual. I saw some drone shots. I think it was the same folks that did it for us at Open Highway that
Oh,
taught.
really?
Yeah, yeah. So uh that was cool. So looking forward to checking more of those bands out and definitely would like to work with Marquise Knox in some capacity. We're not doing a ton of blues, but one of these days it'll pop up. I mean, he'd be a good Open Highway artist too. That'd be really good.
Yeah, absolutely,
So it's cool. I mean,
absolutely.
that's super fundamental to roots music and blues. I mean, uh, very similar in the like origins of the emotion, different
Hmm.
presentations. Um,
Right. What's going on for Open Highway 2025?
we're still working on it, looking at a few different options of how we can make this work again. And the response from people who commented, sent me messages, all that was uplifting. We're appreciative of that, speaking for our, whole group. So working on that as well as hopefully some outdoor stuff at Four Hands later this summer. And we're gonna just keep rolling out shows at venues around St. Louis. Just got a bunch on the books we haven't announced and really looking forward to those. But the fest, yeah, just trying to figure out the right spot to do it, who the right artist would be, what the budget would be really. That's kind of what I'm working through at the moment is budget.
Hmm. And there's a good week coming up in June at Golden Record as well, with Driving and Crying, and then
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
two before that.
Yeah, Cody Canada and Aaron Vienna Court. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, that's a solid first half of the month. And to the people, listening or supporters and supporting this, the best way we can grow this and we can grow our audiences so we could bring you, more artists like that is sharing things that we put out. It's free to do. Just share it, Jeff likes sharing.
I love sharing. Sharing is caring. Uh, and then every show that Open Highway does, Open Highway Presents does, is supports the Regional Arts Commission too.
Yeah, we're
Or
we
every dollar or a dollar from every ticket goes
Yeah.
back to the Regional Arts Commission. So
$1 for just repeating exactly what you just said. Yeah. That's all. Yeah, no, it's cool. We're thrilled to work with them, and they've been huge supporters of ours, and going forward continue to be. And um on the podcast, the last episode we put out, I sat down with Jay from St. Louis Arts, and it was great talking to him. You could feel how much he cares about local artists and the St. Louis community as a whole. And it was fun getting to hang out with him and Jason and Savannah at uh at the Whiskey Ring last week. It's fun when you can like hang and work out, or like work and hang. I almost said work out. Maybe I'm just because I just want to go work out with you.
That's
I
weird.
just want to go to club fitness with you. Yeah. This is a good time talking today. Speaking for you, right? Me and you. That was great.
Absolutely. Always.
Always. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next time on the Backstage at Open Highway podcast. I'm John Henry, and I'm with.
Jeff Lohse. Hello again, everybody. Or goodbye, whichever it is.
Goodbye. Peace out, everybody.